Well, this was the coin that was not wanted too much. You can see that it was a little scratchy. I have this in the best possible view. I was going to buy a sports bet today and try using this at a convenience store, which would be run by an Asian. Maybe another week, but not today. And I was asked, how do we expect to barter with silver if the majority of vendors won't even accept? Because I'm thinking today, what's there more chances of? Is there more chances that there will be, well, let's say, what's going to be a larger number? That's a better one. Touchdowns tonight in the New York Football Giants game against the Philadelphia Eagles, or the amount of people that will accept this out of 100 random situations. I don't know what that level is. It's a small experiment. It's just one person, though. Asked again if, I'm just reading the comments on my screen, did you educate her at the end that she gave up 30? I did talk to her later on, but I seen early on that she had no interest in this whatsoever. And if she happened to talk more about it, I would. She didn't. I was originally going to try using this instead. This was a $20 coin, but obviously y'all would have known how that would have worked out. If, of course, this one was passed on. She took a quick look at it, but again, I noticed that people didn't care. So people say, man, well, people are sheep, basically. And here's an interesting photo I want you to look at from this book that I got. What do you see there? Is this really a flock of sheep? I'm going to slowly zoom in a little bit further. And then hopefully your video quality will be fine, where you can determine if that is really a flock of sheep or not. I think you got the answer. Okay, so I was even asked about gold. This is an interesting little coin here. 1/20th of an ounce. Let's do some simple math. An ounce is about 31 grams, approximately. So if it was 1/10 of that, that would be 3.1 grams. So this is about 1.5 grams. This thing is designed to fit the size of a Canadian dime. So my view would be, if I were to say, hey, will you give me $1 for this gold? Because if you look closely on here, you will see, I'm hoping you can see it, $1. Oh, I don't think you can. But on the bottom below the queen, you will see $1. And if you don't have, if your vision is below decent, you might not even see it. It's that small of a coin. But then people be like, man, $1 for such a small piece like that? And well, that just may be how a lot of people are reacting. And then some say I'd have a better chance of maybe using this silver dollar as a dollar. And you know what? I think this would be extremely high. But how many people are actually even familiar with this? Because when I show random people this, they've never seen this or really are unaware of it. A few other coins that I like to collect, and I got a bunch of them. This here is just a regular Pringles jar. I've had this jar for years. I'm surprised it's still in this good condition, because I used to have a red Pringles jar from the 1990s that lasted 9 years for my coins. All we got is US nickels. That's all that's in here. This here, this is nickel. Well, the metal nickel. Everything in here is bullion nickel. You can get it in forms of a Canadian quarter, a nickel, which pretty much is where they got the name from, because that's what it was made from after, of course, they took the silver out of it. Dimes, and even those dollars that are smaller than the silver dollars. And if you look at the color, you could probably tell the difference just by looking at the color. Finally, this jar is made out of zinc. This is my zinc jar. So I collect all the U.S. pennies, whether they're the copper variety or not. Like, here's a U.S. penny right here. This penny is from the year... Don't think you can see it, but it's 1983. Actually, I should be able to see it. I collect all of them because I see zinc and that is real money. And I think 100 zinc pennies for a penny is a pretty good price. Now, most of these are American because there's only 3 years that Canadians made pennies out of zinc. Was it 97, 98, 99? But here's the cool part. Legally, I guess, these things are not going to become legal tender anymore. And these things melt at such a very low temperature that I could put a bunch of these on an everyday campfire. Make sure I got a very good frying pan of some sort that can handle the high temperatures. Maybe grab some sort of steel something to stir it around with. And then create some zinc nuggets. It's illegal to devalue your currency, but the penny is becoming illegit soon. So maybe I'll party one night and have a campfire. Thank you for tuning in.